I volunteer at the Hugs Project because it's a group that make care packages and send them overseas to the military. I'm 14 years old and I can't go overseas and walk in the desert in 120-degree weather all day. I can't dig a foxhole or drive a Humvee. And I can't carry 120 pounds on my back to fight for our freedom. But there's one thing I can do to help our military. I can make care packages and send them overseas to show we care and support our troops. So come on in, I want to show you around. And this is our packing room. So what are you guys doing?
We're members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. It's a public service sorority, and we try to help the community as much as possible, and helping troops that give up their time and their lives to help us is awesome, so we're happy to help.
That is a great reason, and these troops will be really happy to get these boxes and knowing that you guys gave your time to send them something that they love. Since the Hugs Project has started, we have sent out 400 tons of care packages. Each week, the post office comes by and picks up the care packages that we have ready to send overseas. We send out 8,000 boxes a year, and it just keeps growing. Each package is stuffed full of items the soldiers can't get over there. Things like tuna, Girl Scout cookies, books, magazines, beef stick, eye drops, toothbrushes, toothpaste, pillows. We pack as much as we can in our boxes. We also send over homemade items like homemade cookies, knitted hats, survival bracelets, and what's called hugs. The soldiers can stick this around their neck and it will cool them off for hours when they're in the desert, reducing their body temperature by 5 degrees. We have dozens of volunteers that come up and make hugs. They start out by cutting strips of fabric. After they cut the fabric, it makes a 5-inch strip, then they fold it in half. And volunteers like Dennis, they sew a seam down the side and at each end to make a tube. This is the next step in the hugs. This is Ray Stark, the co-founder of the Hugs Project. Ray, what are you doing?
Turning hugs right side out, getting them ready to be ironed. And we turn them right side out, that way the seam won't be rubbing on their skin while they're wearing them.
This is our ironing station where we iron all the hugs. We iron them so they become flat so it's easier for us to put the beads in. So, why are you volunteering?
I'm a Master at Arms in the Navy Reserves, and I've never been deployed, and I just thought it would be something small that I can do for them in support of them while they're overseas.
Well, I'm sure they will really appreciate that. Thank you. After ironing the hugs, we bring them over here, and volunteers like Peggy fill them up with what's called watering crystals. They are very tiny crystals that go in the hugs, and the soldiers put them in water, then the soldiers put them around their neck and it cools them off. This is a family from Ponca City that came down to volunteer and help, so I'm teaching them how to make survival bracelets. Because we send out a survival bracelet in each box, so we always need plenty of survival bracelets ready on hand. You can open up the paracord, and each one has 7 strands inside, and each individual one holds 35 pounds. In case of an emergency, our troops can take them apart and use them to secure a shelter, make a fire bow, or lash something to their backpacks. We send out 80 to 100 survival bracelets a week. This is Kevin, one of our wounded soldiers, and right now he's making survival bracelets as part of his therapy. Kevin, why is this so important to you?
Well, since I can't be fighting for my country right now, this is something I can do to help.
Well, thanks for your service to our country.
You're welcome.
This is Helen, one of the volunteers here, and right now she's sewing together what we call neck pillows or lumbar pillows. They can use these in the Humvees, or one of the units didn't get issued pillows, so they were very thankful when they got these. And this is my brother Connor, and he helps volunteer up here. Right now he's making a child's hat to send over with the soldiers, because when they meet up with kids, they want to show we care about them and that we don't want to hurt them. We want to be their friends. So we send over hats, candies, and little teddy bears that they could stick in their pocket and pull out when they see a kid. Recently, Oklahoma had a deployment ceremony for the 45th Infantry Brigade Combat Team. I, along with the other volunteers from the Hugs Project, passed out hugs to the 3,500 soldiers as they arrived at the ceremony. I also passed out survival bracelets to our troops inside the arena. This is Karen Stark, the co-founder and executive director of the Hugs Project. Karen, why did you start the Hugs Project 7 years ago?
You know, Kaylee, my husband and I just felt it was really important that every American serving over there in harm's way for us know that they're loved and appreciated, and that we respect what they're doing for us. So we thought if we can send them some care packages with a little taste of home, maybe some homemade cookies or survival bracelets, cool ties that reduce their body temperature, not only would it be the things that were inside that were useful to them, but it'd be just the knowledge that people love and care about back home that would get them through it.
This past Christmas, we sent out 4,000 care packages. With all the volunteers, we made a human chain and sent all those care packages out to the mail trucks, and then they sent those overseas. 4,000 soldiers received care packages this past Christmas. It really boosts morale when our packages arrived. Some of the soldiers have even used some of the items in the box to decorate their living quarters to help celebrate Christmas. So even though I can't join the military, I did something by sending care packages overseas to the military men and women fighting for our freedom. If you would like to help, contact our organization at thehugsproject.com.